Hi everyone, my name is Enlisika. I'm currently pursuing BTech in Karuna University. I'm going to explain my Java program on multithreading. We'll go through two programs. First one is perfect square sequence using the thread class, and second program is concurrent character and digit printing using the runnable interface. I'll explain how each line of code works and also how the output after running the both programs. So let's get started. First program, perfect square sequence using the thread class. In this experiment, we'll create a thread that prints the first 10 perfect squares like 1, 4, 9, 16, and so on. The thread will pause for 2000 milliseconds and that is 2 seconds between each print. Let's look at the code. So first line is package explain number 8. So this is basically used to organize the Java files. Second one is input java.util scanner. We are using this so that the scanner class allows us to take input from the user at runtime. So our program is flexible and not hard coded. Then we define our class using this. So by doing this, our class can now run in a separate thread. Now we are using class variables and constructor. So count stores how many perfect squares to print and delay millis stores the delay time between each print. The keyword final means the value cannot change once assigned. Now we are using the constructor. This constructor initializes the two variables with the values entered by the user. Next we are using the run method. The loop prints the square of each number from 1 up to the count. For example, if count is 5, it prints 1, 4, 9, 16, and 25 and so on. Then thread.sleep is basically used for delay time entered by the user. And finally, the try and catch handles interrupted exception if the thread is interrupted during sleep. Then we use a scanner to take the input from a user. Like the user enters how many perfect squares to print and delay between them. Next we create a thread object, and we'll use a start. The start method is automatically calls the run method and begins execution in a new thread. Finally, we use square.thread. So it to make the main method wait until the thread completes and prints all square. Once it's done, it prints. So I'll run the output and show you. So guys, here example. Okay, here example I'll type 5. Delay 2000 because we already mentioned in code and also in question. So each number appears every 2 seconds. The delay is handled by thread.sleep 2000. So in this program, we use a thread class to create a thread. We use scanner for input. We use sleep to control timing, and we use join to wait until the thread finishes. It perfectly demonstrates object-oriented concept like class, object constructor, and inheritance along with threading. So now let's move to second program. Second program is all about concurrent character digit printing using a runnable interface. In this experiment, we use runnable interface to create 3 separate threads. Each thread will print a different sequence. Thread 1 prints A to Z every 1.5 seconds. Thread 2 prints A to Z every 2 seconds. Thread 3 prints 0 to 9 every 1 second. All threads will run at the same time, showing real concurrency. So first, we create a capital letter printer. So these two lines are used. This one line is used to implement the runnable interface, which means we must define a run method. Inside one run method, we use the loop. We use the loop. This prints all capital letters with 1.5 delay. And in lowercase also we use run method to print all lowercase with 2 delay. And in digital print we use a run method to print a digital thread with 1 second delay. And on main method concurrent print Java, here we use three main runnable objects, and then we create a thread objects, thread T1, thread T2, and thread T3, and then we use T1 dot start, T2 dot start, and T3 dot start because Because they run concurrently, their outputs will mix digits uppercase and lowercase letters appear in random order depending on which thread runs first. Okay, I'll run and show the output. When we run this program, we'll see three sequences printing together. The order changes is, and that's the beauty of multithreading. So this experiment uses the runnable interface instead of extending thread, shows how multiple threads can perform different tasks at the same time. Each thread run independently with their own delay. Together, these threads demonstrate the concurrency, independence, execution, and thread scheduling in Java. So, so in program 1, we learn thread class to create a single thread that prints perfect squares. In program 2, using runnable interface to run three different threads concurrently. So both programs clearly demonstrate how multithreading allows Java program to execute multiple tasks at the same time. Thank you.